How's it, guys? And man, what a bittersweet moment it is right here. Humbled, but at the same time a little bit frustrated with myself that I haven't done more of this over the past season. But yeah, guys, it's been an incredible season, and I've been very, very fortunate and blessed to have the season that we've had. But like I said, a little bit of a bittersweet. I've neglected. What I really enjoy doing is the podcasting side of things. But I'm so excited. I've got so much in store over the next couple of weeks, a lot of guests, a lot of content. So I can't wait to share it with you guys. And of course, the past season's activities. It's been an absolutely incredible season. And like I said, just count my lucky stars. We've had an outstanding hunting season. So feeling very, very blessed. But before we get into it, of course, there's a couple of people that have backed me along the way, as well as a couple of new guys jumping on the bandwagon, and I'm so excited to announce that I've joined the Magnum Archery team. Really, really blessed. They've kitted me out with a new Elite Cure bow. I hope I'm saying that right. But absolutely stunning setup. Went out, shot my first warthog with it. I've had great success on the targets. I've got fast hog targets, releases. It's such a stunning setup. I'm so stoked and I'm so excited. Maybe now that we've got a bit of downtime, to get out there and kick it off a little bit. Next up, of course, we've got carbon core arrows as well, getting into the archery side of things. And of course, I want to be backed by some of the best archery equipment there is, and carbon core arrows has kitted me out with some of the best shafts there is, as well as Fletchers. I'm so stoked to be a part of the team, and yeah, just excited to keep going. As well as another new introduction, the Black Widow. I've been using the PX2s now. I used them on the Warthog recently. Outstanding boarded, 2-inch cut diameter. It's been outstanding. I've really been blessed. You can go up from 100 to 120 grain. Really neat little setup. So Black Widow broadheads, that's the way to go. And then of course we've got Treason, Tacticam, and my very own e-commerce website, PH Toolbox. I'm actually wearing the limited edition PH Journals American flag edition. That goes out to all the Afghan troops. You know, I've been fought with a lot of conflict over this, but I stand by my guns. I'm super proud to back America, the troops that have been, because without the American clientele, I don't have a job, and there's millions of people in the same industry that won't have a job. So to all the special forces, to the US Army that's out there in Afghan, our thoughts are with the families that have lost loved ones. And yeah, backing you from PH Journals, PH Toolbox. Head along to the website. The shirts are on sale from tomorrow, so really excited about that. Well guys, jam-packed show today. I'm really excited to kick off the first episode back into the new season. I mean, kicking this one off is, why did you become a PH? Stay tuned. Hey guys, and like I said before, jam-packed show today. Really excited to discuss this topic with you guys going forward. It might appeal to a couple of audience out there. Otherwise, to those guys that are not, this is what it takes to kicking your PHing career. Some of the stuff that I wish I knew earlier on in my career, as well as what I would suggest to the younger generation coming out there now. I want to give you the two questions that were asked over the past couple of weeks or so. I'm not going to be mentioning names, but it was over 2 different platforms. I'm really excited. I got a question over TikTok. My TikTok account. There's been a lot of skeptical criticism coming from it with the whole Chinese thing, and I don't want to get into the politics side of things. So just trying different avenues, and really blessed. But anyway. Said, I absolutely love hunting. My father has been in the industry for 25 years. I really love to be a PH. It's my dream job. My only worry is that I'm scared I'll not have work once I've got my license, or I won't get as much as what a normal paying job would get. as far as a consistent salary? That was the first question. Then from a different guy on another social media platform, I finished my course at the end of August, and now I'm working as a farm manager just outside the district that you're based in. My dream is to be a South African professional hunter, as I have done my course, but my real passion is hunting. The PHs and outfitters, all they want is experience. How do I get into the game as a young professional hunter starting out? Or do you know of any outfitters, blah, 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 that would hire somebody such as myself? Cool, guys. So this is a beautiful, both questions sort of basing themselves along the line of becoming a new professional hunter. First things first, get yourself a good school that has got good rankings, good reviews, and good feedback. Don't be shy to ask them for a couple of past professional hunters that have been to those particular schools, and just give them a buzz or hit them up on social media. Find out how the course was, what did they take from it, what is the most beneficial part of it, and then would they recommend you going there and sharing your values and morals and stuff with them. That's the first start that you got to get yourself into a good school or a well-known school, and yeah, you'll be ticking the right boxes straight off the bat, because I know there's a lot of outfitters that actually approach these schools for new professional hunters coming through the ranks, that they want to give certain clientele, certain hunts at the start of seasons or mid-season or whatever, to keep you going, to get you going, because they see potential in you, they see enthusiasm and passion. Passion's a big one. Remember that as we go on through the discussion. So what I did for this particular question is I broke it down into two sections. So my first section was, why would you like to become a professional hunter? Now this is an interesting one, because I've been in the industry now for almost 12 years, and one of the misconceptions is what a cool job it is. You're going out there, you're doing what you love, it's hunting and blah blah blah. But what is the backstory behind being a professional hunter? We live in a day's age where there's social media and all these sort of things. So it's a very easy platform to judge people. But are you sending the right message for your fellow professional hunters? For instance, I love hunting, but like I've said before so many times on this podcast, hunting is our best conservation tool that we have. Now, I believe in hunting as the best conservation tool, as well as many other really good professional hunters out there. So we all share the same common goal and common drive, that we want to preserve, conserve, and look after this wonderful wildlife that we've got, so we can share with the rest of the world. Because without hunting, unfortunately, I don't think these platforms or this industry will be around here much longer. So it's very, very important to understand that, and it's very important to understand your common cause. Why are you becoming a professional hunter? And your number one reason has got to be conservation. Don't ever for once think that it's because it's a cool job, because it's a cool lifestyle, all these sort of things. Remember, you're representing thousands and thousands and thousands of other professional hunters out there that share one goal, and that's to look after this magnificent wildlife we've got. So that's my first thing. Get into it for the right reasons. You're getting into it not because of the lifestyle, definitely not because of the money, but because of conservation. You're getting into it because of conservation. You want to look after the wildlife that you love. So that's your first one. Look, guys, these are my personal views, and this is what I would suggest to the younger generation coming through. This is what I've been taught. So I could be right, I could be wrong. It's my personal opinion. Use it, value it, do whatever you like with it. It's just what I've learned over the past couple of years doing this, and of course, it's been my livelihood for 12 years now. So yeah, and then next one, obviously, it backs up the conservation side of things. It's the ethics. Ethics and morals have got to be one of the most important reasons why you would like to become a professional hunter. And I say this because ethical hunting and morals, values that have been instilled in me today have led to the path I've traveled now. And it's a very important part because, you know, there's a lot of guys out there in the industry that are chance takers, that don't do things by the book, you know, that break the law. And at the end of the day, they're giving the industry a bad name. One bad apple can rotten the whole fruit bowl, you know. So just keep that in mind, guys. Just when you're out there, you're going to be a young professional hunter. There's a lot of outfitters that might push you into an uncomfortable situation or an uncomfortable moment. Be the man, be bigger. Understand that there's lots of outfitters out there looking for work, looking for professional hunters. Don't break the law just to try and get ahead in the roster, in the food chain at that particular outfit. Don't do that. Remember, play by your ethics, stand morals, and stand your ground, because your values and stuff will grow through you as you get older into the industry and you become more and more respected. So that's my second point. And then, of course, one of the most other important parts, this is number 3 on the list, is never think you're good enough to learn. It was a lesson I learned working with my mother. I became hard-ass, arrogant. I wish I learned and listened more, because I learned so much from her when I did listen. And that's what I've done in the industry. I never came in here thinking I knew more than anyone else. I still don't to this day. I love listening. I love sitting around the campfire, listening to different professional hunters' theory, to different outfitters' theory, breeders' theory. And we're very fortunate to have Grant, our game capturing, his side of things, you know, because this industry, the lifestyle we live offers you so many different scenarios, and it's important to learn them, and it's important to share that knowledge that you have with your wildlife, with your trees, your plants, your birds, whatever it may be, to share that with the rest of the world, because they come in here to experience. Remember, you're taking them on a journey. You experience it. They're not coming here to kill. They're not coming here to just harvest a trophy and then fuck off back. They come in here to experience the cultures, the lifestyle, the plants, the vegetation, the wildlife. That's what they're coming here to do. Use your knowledge to share that with them. So never think you know too much. Always try and learn from your fellow professional hunters, outfitters, whatever it may be, and translate that knowledge on to your clients, to your clientele, to the people that are coming over here that you have been selected to guide and take through this experience. So that is it. And then, of course, the last one in the first section would have to be animal knowledge. When you're going out there to hunt a species, to hunt an animal, you owe that animal, you owe that species the respect it deserves by going out there, spending all your extra time in understanding the behavior, the characteristics of that particular breed. I can't tell you, I always refer back to a lot of the professional hunters that I've learned from, and I'll never forget my third hunt I ever did, and I never understood bullet reaction on a certain species. I think it was a black wildebeest to be particular, and we placed the shot went off, the black wildebeest dropped to the ground. I thought it was a good shot. I thought it was a little bit high. I saw the top ridge of it, the mane shaking a bit, but it went down and it let out this massive bellow. Bah! And I thought, done, dusted. Shook hands, and that was it. While we were walking up to the black wildebeest, we must have got about 20 yards from it. Next minute, this thing just stood up and set sail. Like nothing was wrong with it. Full tilt, straight into the mountains, not a drop of blood, not even where it was lying. Not a drop of blood, nothing. And I never understood. I lost that animal. but I couldn't quite understand. Got back to camp that night, frustrated, chatting, and I think I was chatting to Uncle William Phillips. We're chatting about certain situations. He said, my boy, that thing's been hitting the scoff. And once it's hitting the scoff, you can forget about it. He says, when it lets out that bellow, you put another one in just to be certain. And that was something that triggered my understanding why I need to learn a lot more about animal behavior, not just with the shot placement, but as well as how they react in the veld. You know, when you're constantly looking at them, do they get agitated and those sort of things. So that animal demands respect from you, and the only way you're going to give it respect is by doing your homework on it. Don't just go out there and think that you're going to just wax it. It's not the case, guys. It really isn't. Like I said, just give it a bit of respect. Go out there and treat yourself, and just spend a bit of time understanding them. Now it gets into the juicy part of things. How do you get into an outfitting business? Now, I call it the action plan. What I know now, I wish I knew back then, but now I'm fortunate enough to share this knowledge with you guys. So, one thing you need to understand is that professional hunters don't earn a hell of a lot of money. Some of our strongest income is obviously our tips, and remember, tips aren't a given. A tip is earned. You're not eligible for a tip every single time. You have to earn it, I believe. And I believe if a client is not having a good experience and is not happy with the way things are going, you shouldn't be leaving a tip. That professional hunter, that's the only way he's going to learn and better himself, to understand that he can only better himself by where it gets hit in his pocket. And I think that's a good way. But that's another discussion. I haven't made a podcast about tips. I think it's a pretty decent one. I would highly, if you're watching this and you're planning to come over to South Africa and would like to know about the tipping, head along and watch that episode. It's got a lot of information about that. But what I would have done as a young professional hunter, and I'm talking to the guys that are trying to get into the industry now, is spend a little bit of extra money, go try and get up into North Africa, try and go to Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, those sort of places, and get a lot of experience there. And hopefully just offer your services. Unfortunately, you're not going to have to, you might have to work like a slave out there by setting up camp and stuff. And remember, this might be voluntary work, and that's the only way I think you're going to get experience out there. Baiting leopards, baiting crocs, doing that sort of thing, understanding lion hunting and all that sort of stuff. That's what I would have done when I was younger. I wish I knew that back then, before I got a family. I think that's what I would have done. I would have gone and spent 2 seasons up north, just working my butt off, trying to understand as much as possible. And then either work your way into an outfitter up there for about 5 or 6 years, and then come back and apply your trade within local outfitters. I feel South Africa is probably, as far as the industry goes, is probably the best place to be based out of. But with that being said, don't be shy to try and go up north. Knock your head together, try and get up there, put a bit of experience, even if it's for 1 season. I highly recommend you guys go up there. It's based full of knowledge. So that's what I would have done. So don't, as a young professional hunter, don't get caught up in a steady job. And I might get slated for this, but I'm being serious, guys. Don't go out there and become a farm manager and do all these sort of things, or apply and work full time. Don't do that, because what you're doing is you're limiting yourself to an 8 to 5 job. And what I mean by this is that if you're not going to go up north, free up your personal time so that when you come back, you can, or when you're ready to go out and give a fellow professional hunter a buzz and say, hey, listen, you need a cameraman for 7 days. I'll do it free of charge, and I'll just hold the camera, or I'll carry your shooting sticks. Do that, and work your way into we had a situation 2 years ago here at Hunters Hill where a young guy came along, offered his services, offered his bakkie for absolutely nothing. He hunts for us now today, and it's just that, it's that initiative, that leap that you take in. Just go out there and just offer your services, offer for free. Just tell them you want to. I will never say no to a fellow young professional hunter coming through that's looking for experience. I'll never say no to coming along and jumping on. Obviously, there's a lot of things that need to be ironed out. Will the outfitter let you come and stay? Would you have to pay for catering and those sort of things? I know it gets tricky but 9 times out of 10, I can tell you there's a lot of outfitters out there that wouldn't mind the extra hand. You know, come along. Can I come and build blinds for you if I tag along for 3 hunts or whatever the case may be? There's a lot of ways to skin a cat here, and I think don't be shy in how you would like to do it. You know, there's a lot of opportunities out there, and then of course, once you get into it, a lot of guys have asked me, how do I spend my money? What do I do with my tips? What do I do with those sort of things? Well, I would love to do a podcast on finances, income, and all that sort of stuff when it comes to professional hunting. But like my wife says, she says, you haven't made it yet, so don't try and get cocky with the whole podcasting side of things. But I think I've done pretty well, and I would like to think that I've boxed pretty smart. What I did is I took a lot of my tips, because most of the time you get in foreign currency, and I didn't cash them in here. I'm still looking for an opportunity to open up an offshore bank account, and then I'll invest them there. So what I do for now is I try, for instance, I got my e-commerce store. It's an online store. I offer affiliate marketing there, so you can become an affiliate marketer, sell my products, I pay you commission. In the same breath, I'm getting turnover through my store. It's not a hell of a lot at the moment, but I'm hoping to grow it over a period of time. But what I do is I take that income and I pump it straight back into that, because at the end of the day, that's got to start generating me a pretty steady income while I can keep doing hunting, you know. As well as investing in property. I was very fortunate. I've managed to invest in 2 properties down towards the coast that bring me a steady passive income. Like I said, professional hunting there's a lot of sacrifices that need to happen, and one of them was sacrificing my home to come out here and live on the farm in a much smaller apartment type vibe with my family. It's been difficult, but in the same breath, I've sacrificed that to invest in my future, you know, where at 40 years old, I hope I get to go and live where I would like to live, as well as hunt, and in the same breath, you know, just earn a little bit of a passive income on the side just to fill those gaps. So guys, that's a discussion, you know, that is a discussion for another day, and I hope I get it right so that I can share that on another podcast. But yeah, look, from a guy that's been through hell as far as the industry is concerned, I've literally started at the bottom. I'll never forget doing skivvy hunts for a good mate of mine now, Bruce, and my Uncle Greg. I mean, sitting until 12 o'clock in the skinning shed, skinning animals. I'll never forget going to hunt bushback down in the Winterberg with Bruce. While the rest of them sleep, yeah, I am driving at 12 o'clock at night, driving the clients back to camp. It took a lot of sacrifice to get where I am today, and I feel ever so grateful. But never be shy to work, guys. Remember, you're a professional hunter out there, and it's possible to make it in this industry, and it's possible to do a really good job at it. And there's a lot of guys that have been extremely successful, and they've only done it with one goal in mind. They want to be the best, They want to hunt the best, and they want to shoot the best quality animals and treat your clients with the utmost respect and share and give them an experience that they plan on coming over to have. I feel us as professional hunters, we've got a huge responsibility. We sometimes, I mean, I'm passionate about professional hunting, and I'm passionate about the outdoors, the industry and everything like that. And I solely believe that we play a lot more of an important role in our country, in our wildlife, in our industry, than what everybody seems to think. I really am. I'm constantly looking for better ways for professional hunters to make a living out of this, because I solely believe that this is such an important role in our industry, because we're at the front line. We're giving those clients an experience. Yes, the outfitters have put up all the beautiful lodging, the beautiful animals, the ground and everything like that, but we the ones out there sharing the knowledge that we've learned for such a long period of time, going out there, building blinds, making watering points, building bush pig blinds, setting up baits, doing all that sort of stuff. It's an extremely intensive work, and it takes a lot of knowledge, a lot of patience, a lot of understanding to do these sort of things, where to set up certain blinds, to put baits, to do all these sort of things. And that only comes with time and acceptance, that you've got to go out there and understand what the wildlife will throw at you, how the wildlife lives. And it's an important role. We play a hugely important role, and trust me, this is my passion and my drive, hunting. But what slowly crept up into the second place, and that's professional hunting. I feel there's such great opportunities for us out there, and we need to utilize them. And come hell or high water, I'll find out what they are. But for now, this is just what I can share with you guys. So guys, please don't be shy. Head out there, hit up your PHs, get up onto some of the best schools out there. Get the PHs that have come through there, phone them, find out how it went and all that sort of stuff. I promise you now, you won't go wrong. But all to the up and coming guys, to the fellow PHs that have just done their courses, that are looking to get in the industry, don't ever get disheartened. Remember guys, every place has a bad day. So when that comes, just understand that a day in the bush is better than a day in the office, and you've got an extremely important role in this industry, and look after it. Really, really and truly look after it, because who knows how much longer it's going to be around. So yeah. Well guys, for myself, it's been an unbelievable season, and I can't wait to share some of the stories. I've been extremely blessed, and I just want to say from myself, PH Journals, and the whole PH Toolbox team, thank you to everybody that supported me over the past year. It's been incredible. Thank you to all the new sponsors that have come on board. It's just given me fire to keep going, and I can't wait to share more content with you guys. The YouTube channel will be blowing up in the next couple of days, so I'm really, really excited about that. But yeah, from myself, I just want to say thank you. I wish everybody all the best. To my North American friends, to the UK, everybody that's hunting season opens up. Enjoy it, guys. Happy hunting out there. And can't wait to share, or can't wait to see a couple of the Instagram posts that are going to be coming our way. Hit me up with any questions. I would love to hear. I'd love to see a couple of pictures. Guys, before I end off, also this is a great opportunity to get some of the guys that have followed me over the past couple of years to get involved with the podcast. I would love to have a couple of guests online. I've got a few guys lined up, but I would love to have guys that have been over to South Africa and would love to share an experience, or guys that are in the industry that would love to share an experience, whether you're an outfitter, PH, client, whatever it may be. If you would like to be on the podcast, hit me up on any one of my social media platforms. I'll even attach my email down below. Got to edit this later, so I'm just going to draw a line here. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. It's felt so good to be back here, and I can't wait to share more with you guys. But until then, happy hunting, stay safe, stay blessed, and stay humble. We'll catch up with you guys soon. Cheers.